Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. I'm glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the famed Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where so many great fights have gone on through the years for a much-anticipated main event. Scheduled for 12 rounds of lightweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. He's the kind of fighter who you just know has no self-doubts. Look at the way he's making his way down to the ring right now. You can see it in his eyes. Crawford's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence.
His adversary, fighting out of the red corner, Crawford.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. Targeting that midsection now with the combo. A little head hunting with the right.
One more time.
Teddy, talk to me about this matchup from a defensive side of the game when you have two speedy fighters matching up.
Well, you know what? I'm going to whisper in my guy's ear a little bit. I'm going to say, you know what? Use his speed against him. Step out a little bit. Let him shadow box a little bit. There's nobody there. And when he misses, step right back in. Make him pay.
Good combination landing there.
It's all right. Keep moving. Keep moving. Back to the body. Back to the body.
Scored well up top. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Halfway through this round here. There's a good right hand. Crawford's left now getting into the mix. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Crawford.
Keep working the body.
Good left there. So many times you hear of an early round where they're just feeling each other out. No way. Not these guys. Straight to action.
Well, if they can keep this up, they're both going to have headaches, but we're going to have a special one on our hands.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Crawford. Good looking counter punch. Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. Teddy, you gotta like this because he's using that jab the way you like him to.
Especially when you're being aggressive. You walk in, you want to walk in where the guy can't see you coming. That jab blinds your opponent.
Crawford's putting forth an effort, but he's not being effective in that regard.
No, he's not. He's not landing when he needs to land. And it kind of reminds, he's a banger too. He can punch a little. It reminds me of an old saying that a trainer once told me. It doesn't mean anything to have a big punch. It's kind of like having a military weapon, a bomb. What good is it if you don't have a missile to get it to the target? Right now, he needs a missile to get that punch. He needs to set it up, and he's not doing that.
Good combination to the body. Oh, what an uppercut.
You gotta protect yourself.
Crawford's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Way to block there. Committing to the work downstairs with the left. Good flush shot upstairs. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Not much action as he just ties up. Crawford's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Crawford's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm gonna bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body. And he figures that he's gonna try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's gonna have a guy in front of him.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Crawford's right hand working well that time. He scored well. The final minute of a round that feels like 30 minutes, not 3 minutes.
And this is the kind of fight where you just don't want to have a loser. They're both winners.
Crawford's well off the mark that time. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisp, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
And makes that nice right angle on that hook upstairs. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Crawford. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Crawford's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. And we come to the end of round number 2. Crawford's able to land a nice, clean left hand.
Keep your hands up.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Overhand right can be so effective. Great counter punch, and I love how he moved off to the side and then landed it. Well-placed shot, came after a nice defensive move there. Good block. Now hugging on the inside. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Teddy, you talk about going out and making a few opening statements here. The jab has spoken loudly for him.
Yeah, it has spoken loudly. What it's told his opponent is you're not just going to walk in. You're not coming into my house. It's going to be hard. I got a couple locks, a couple padlocks on here.
Well, he really digs in when he decides to throw that uppercut. Good job. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Good solid right hand he lands there. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? And he ties up on the inside. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Good accurate work there after blocking that blow. Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. Up top with the right hand. He engages in the clinch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Crawford. Crawford showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Crawford's got a little something coming back at him. A counter punch score. Oh, a big shot from Crawford. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Start of round number 4. Crawford's ahead on your scorecard, Teddy. 2 rounds to 1. A tough fight to score, but when in doubt, it seems like you're going with the guy who's being more active.
Yeah, because you're going to pay a price for that activity, because sometimes there is a price to be paid. He's winning early. He's doing a lot of work to win. Does he run out of gas? That's my question right now.
There's that right hand he scores with. Well, Teddy, you get in a spot like this, and everybody has their eyes on the fighter who was just knocked down in the last round. What do you look for? What tells you right away that you know what his status is?
Well, it's 2 things. The easiest one is the legs, Joe. I want to see if they're steady, if they're firm, if he's okay. But the next thing is his personality, believe it or not. It's kind of like when you go out to a bar with someone, they have a few drinks, and all of a sudden they're a different person. You know they're drunk. Well, I want to see whether or not my fighter's drunk. If he starts rushing at the guy, starts acting in a way that he's never acted before, I know it's time to pull the plug.
Work the body, kid. That's right. Body shots, body shots.
Crawford's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Left to the body. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. It used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight. Where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
Crawford's opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Crawford's tag. Momentum has shifted. Come on, kid. 10 seconds to go in the 4th. Good defensive skill. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. A very fan-friendly round, but a headache for the judges. How do you possibly score that round when each man was able to hurt the other?
Well, this is where you have to be a good judge. You have to be a professional judge. You have to use the information that's there. Who won the spots of the round before they each hurt each other, and who hurt the other guy a little more.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? I like this. He's not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man fighter, and his corner gave probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Scored well up top. That is a sharp uppercut by Crawford. To the head he goes with a left hand. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice out there.
Solid. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again.
One, two, three, four, five.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Little head hunting with the left. He has his target. He lands the straight right. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
I can't believe they're going at it like this. Tooth and nail, punch for punch. If you told each of them they would perform like this, they probably thought they'd have a lopsided win. Instead, it's a dead-even fight.
Instead, they're bringing out the best, the extraordinary in each one.
Crawford's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Little head knocking with that right hand. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Crawford's on the receiving end of a very good counter punch. End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even, and I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
Crawford's hit by a counter punch there. Crawford's doing what every trainer wants to see their fighter do. Land punches in bunches. The combination lands. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter is fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability, and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
I don't like this at all, Teddy. I mean, it's one thing to stand toe-to-toe. It's another thing to never even move. You got to show some movement.
Maybe he's breaking down. Maybe he's already spit the brick. You know, if he falls down, everybody in the world's going to know that he let himself fall down. He gave up. But there's different ways, different phases of giving in. And this might be one of those phases.
Good body shot. The right hand came home. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Snaps that jab out. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Solid left hand to the head. And there he counters back against his opponent. Crawford's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Goes up top with the right hand. solid, true uppercut by Crawford. Crawford's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Unable to score with the hook. One of those fights where at the halfway point, I wouldn't even venture a guess as to what the scorecard should look like. And I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this. Both guys have brought their A game. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. Crawford's almost looking foolish that time. He was so bad. The tactical games. Wow! Ruined in one instance. Just done. Fight over. What you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit, because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us ringside.